RCCO on air! You're now locked into the pulse of the city, where information and music conspire. RCCO on air! Get ready to tune in for advice and the hottest tunes. From life hacks to killer tracks, we've got it all for you. RCCO on air, bringing you ultimate radio experience.
A wonderful afternoon, folks. This is CM once again, and you are presently tuning in to your fortnightly 4 p.m. habit. Welcome to another episode of RCCO On Air, where music and information meets. Your go-to stream for music and substantial legal discussions is now on its 19th episode. We are now beyond halfway of September, and October is just ahead of us. And you know, we're almost on our 20th episode, and RCCO On Air remains thankful to all of you for patronizing this radio show. Now, I ask you, have you ever been disturbed by your neighbor's roaring loudspeakers, their giggles and screams, or any disturbing sounds that ruin your me time? What about if you were unknowingly subjected to a noise dispute you knew you never made? What are your legal actions in times when you were accused of such complaints? I present to you the plight of our Strata resident, which is actually called, "Can I be penalized for noise complaints without evidence?" Sounds like an interesting topic, right? Don't leave the stream yet, as RCCO On Air gets back to you shortly.
RCCO On Air!
Seeking a legal champion to protect your interests? At RCCO Lawyers, we dedicate our steadfast effectiveness, resourcefulness, and clarity to yield the best results for you. We foster informed decision-making through education and transparent communication, so that you are equipped with complete understanding of your legal options, with relentless support by our roster of seasoned legal professionals. Contact RC&Co lawyers now and have us advocate for your legal rights.
RC&Co lawyers, effective, resourceful, and clear.
RCCO on air!
Welcome back to RCCO On Air, where music and information meets. At this point, we are about to discuss whether you can be penalized for noise complaints without evidence. To address this new legal matter we have here at RCCO On Air, we are grateful to have a Strata law expert on board, as she also stands as the principal lawyer of her very own law firm, which is actually called RC&Co Lawyers. Together with her colleagues, her A-team has assisted many Strata communities in obtaining their best outcomes for peaceful communal living. Let us all welcome everyone. I'm sure that you know her, Attorney Rochelle Castro. Good afternoon, Attorney Rochelle. How have you been doing?
Good. I've been well. Have you been, Tian?
I'm also doing well, Attorney, for the past 2 weeks since we saw each other for the last episode, of course. And now, Attorney Rochelle, we've got another topic and a complaint in which we received from one of our social media accounts. I suppose that's going to be Facebook. So I'm really seeing that there has been a lot of people that had attention to us in this program, and they want to have their complaints addressed in regards with the complexities that they've experienced when it comes to strata living. Now, Attorney Rochelle, here is the situation. She lives in an apartment block and recently received a letter from the strata managers on behalf of the body corporate council stating that there had been multiple complaints about noise coming from her apartment. The letter only mentioned that the noise was coming from her balcony and warned that if it happened again, she could actually face a penalty notice. And then what she did was writing to the BCC asking for more detailed information about the complaint. And here are the specific points that she pointed. One is the date and time of the alleged incident. 2, the date the complaint was made. And the third one is the number of complaints received. So she was requesting all of those 3 points or information without seeking anything that would breach anyone's privacy. And after 3 months, she received a 1-line response. And that's actually, the matter is now closed. Now, her question is, are they obligated to provide the information that she's been requesting? Can they really make a judgment and issue a penalty based solely on complaints without providing transparency? And Attorney Rochelle, is there any accountability, or do some BCCs operate without proper oversight? What's your legal advice towards this, Attorney Rochelle?
Where complaints are lodged, it is the strata community's obligation to make sure that they have enough information before they go to the alleged offender. So there is a legal obligation, and there's also a duty of care on the council's part, strata community's council or committee, to make sure that they have a reason or sufficient reason, which is backed up by evidence, before they take further action. So it is reasonable to collect information such as date and time of the alleged incident, the date the complaint was made, and the number of complaints received, and also evidence that have been put forward to the strata community council or committee. And that should actually be presented to the alleged offender so that the alleged offender has been given a fair opportunity to appropriately respond. And it's good that the matter became closed. However, it should not have reached the alleged offender until sufficient information has been collected from the complainant, so that it's fair to the one that's being alleged to have committed the breach.
Yes, it's actually, that's the surprising thing about it, because there have been no evidences that were presented, and she was just, abruptly relayed that the matter is now closed. Now, Attorney Rochelle, in relation to this complaint, I've seen that there might be some instance or specific requirements for a noise to be disputed. So how is a noise defined in the context of strata living? And when is the point or the turning point that you are actually valid to raise it to the committee?
Really good questions. If it's unreasonable, that would be the identifier, and you would ask, what does that mean, unreasonable? If it's outside of the permitted hours, because people are expected to be sleeping during those times. Now, it depends on the council rules, but usually if it's weekdays, it would be after 10 o'clock. If it's on the weekends, it would be, some would have 12, others would have 1 a.m., others would have 2 a.m. It depends on the local council's rules. And it doesn't deprive the residents of enjoying living in their property. Those are, as long as those things are not interfered with, then it would not be considered unreasonable noise. But if it interferes with those rights, such as it's beyond the permitted hours and it's depriving the enjoyment of others' enjoyment of their property, then it would be considered unreasonable noise. It is interfering with others' enjoyment, and it would be a breach of bylaws or rules of the strata community.
Yes, and I think that's something that we need to respect. All of us have this time. That's actually the universal time, I guess, where everyone is well rested already. So it's really important to obey to those rules and to always remember that we are humans and we need rest. Right? And not everyone has the same body mechanisms. So we need to consider those who are sleeping at those times. Right. So thank you so much for that advice, Attorney Rochelle. I'm sure this complaint has been addressed already, and I hope that all our viewers have also gained something out of it in which they can use in future instances. Thank you so much, Attorney Rochelle.
Pleasure. I'll see you next time.
See you next time, Attorney, for our upcoming broadcast just only here at RCCO On Air. In need of assistance in matters such as strata, debt collection, conveyancing, and immigration, don't hesitate to contact the professionals just only here at RCCO Lawyers. You may message us on any social media accounts that we have. We're actually present on Facebook, of course, where you're seeing the live now, on Instagram, as well as on X or Twitter. We're also present on LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. And if you have time, you may also visit our website, which is www.rccolawyers.com, wherein we have available podcasts, media, interviews, blogs, and other stuff that's related to RCCO Lawyers, just in case you may want to know more about us. And now, we are thanking Attorney Rochelle Castro for giving us that very helpful advice in regards to having been penalized for noise complaints without any further evidence. Don't leave yet, as RCCO On Air comes back to you shortly.
RCCO on air.
Seeking a legal champion to protect your interests? At RCCO Lawyers, we dedicate our steadfast effectiveness, resourcefulness, and clarity to yield the best results for you. We foster informed decision-making through education and transparent communication, so that you are equipped with complete understanding of your legal options, with relentless support by our roster of seasoned legal professionals. Contact RCCO Lawyers now and have us advocate for your legal rights.
RC&Co Lawyers, effective, resourceful, and clear.
RCCO on air. News break.
A coalition of Australia's leading consumer groups has written a joint letter to the Federal Treasurer to clamor an urgent inquiry into the strata management industry in Australia. This call for a national investigation has also received backing from the New South Wales, including Queensland governments, as well as various industry groups. The open letter to Treasurer Jim Chalmers has been supported by organizations such as Choice, the Owners Corporation Network, and the Australian Consumers Insurance Lobby, among others. They are requesting that Chalmers promptly direct either the ACCC or the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission or the Productivity Commission to carry out this inquiry. Accompanying the said letter, a statement that goes, it is essential to protect the interests of millions of Australians living in strata titled properties today and to safeguard future owners, in which highlighted the need for this action. On Tuesday morning, NSW Housing Minister Rose Jackson expressed her support for this initiative. She quoted the NSW government is eager to collaborate with the Commonwealth on a national inquiry, and also added that they acknowledge that this is a significant issue whilst having initiated some legislative reforms, and they also recognize that there's more that must be done in this matter. A spokesperson for the Queensland government also indicated that their support affirms a willingness to contribute to the ACCC inquiry. RCCO On Air and RC&Co Lawyers advocate on educating all stakeholders in the strata industry. It is absolutely necessary that all parties involved in a strata community management understand that this particular industry is complex and that requires continuous education to those who operate and are affected by strata community living.
RCCO on air. News break.
And that concludes our afternoon. Another day, another episode well spent. Always remember that RC&Co Lawyers are here to offer legal support. We are looking forward to your messages on our Facebook inbox, as well as on our other social media channels. Do not forget that information is your greatest weapon. Keep yourself informed and legally empowered. Until next time, where music and information meets. That's only here on RCCO On Air. Goodbye, everyone. See you next 2 weeks. Bye.
RCCO on air. Gotcha the scoop you need and the tunes you love. RCCO on air. Stay curious. Stay groovy. RCCO on air. Now signing off.